everyone. This is Karen.
And this is Diana.
And
welcome to Mother Freaking Realtors.
So today we're going to cover 4th of July. And, we'll talk about a little bit of real estate. So 4th of July is fast approaching. So what do you normally do?
Oh, gosh. So normally, I just sold my RV. Normally, we do go camping. We used to just go to random spots. Nothing, that we would say like we go to all the time. I know a lot of people have like their different spots that they like to go to. We just like the outdoors, anywhere. So wherever there was something available, that's where we would go. Back in my childhood, we would definitely go camping to a beach down in Baja. And we have a lot of people that we know there, and it's just a relaxing place where you can do anything you want. There's really not a lot of tourism there. So it's very like an isolated beach just all to yourself. And it was just amazing, I've been always an outdoorsy type of person. So anything like that, just barbecuing and being there with your family for a whole week and, buying fireworks, especially in Mexico, because they're illegal fireworks here.
Yes.
But my brothers used to spend so much money on these fireworks that were amazing. But you can only get them in Mexico in certain places. And I remember we used to always stop in, I think it was Ensenada or Rosarito. Mm-hmm. We would, get all of the fireworks together. And then, obviously over there, they don't celebrate 4th of July. So, but it was amazing. It was good times. Yeah, for sure. How about you?
Well, typically what we do, my father-in-law, his house, that's where everybody goes for 4th of July. Uh-huh. So they have a pool. So, even now, they would go swimming, and then everybody would just bring in, potluck and contribute food. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then it becomes like a whole day thing. So They live in Pico Rivera. So 4th of July there is really huge. Mm-hmm. Like, where we live, fireworks is obviously not allowed. Mm-hmm. You'll still see, people using fireworks, but it's very, very limited.
Right.
But there, the way we do it is that around noon, everybody starts coming to the house, and they would bring their food. They'd go swimming, and right around 7 o'clock, everybody would go out in the streets. People are playing music. They bring out their chairs, and it's just like a good 2 or 3 hours of nonstop fireworks. So I think that they really spent a lot of money on fireworks. And, nowadays, to buy $100 worth of fireworks, and you look at it, and it was like, this is $100? Like, it won't even give you like 10 minutes of fireworks.
Talk about burning up money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Literally burning your money, but they go all out on that one there. Mm-hmm. So it's just a fun place to be, because everybody's just out doing barbecues like what you guys do, being with family.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a fun place. So typically what we do, and I'm being honest, like when we do potluck, I don't really bring food. I would ask my father-in-law, Dad, do you have soda? Do you have water? Do you have chips? Anything that I can get away with so I don't have to cook. But just for the sake of this podcast, I brought some, like appetizers that you could bring. And there's so many things that you could bring, Some people would bring like strawberries covered in chocolate or nachos or, well, obviously hamburgers and hot dogs. That's just like,
the traditional
American
food.
Yes, the traditional American food. But yeah, so I've bought you candied bacon. I don't know what it is. I was thinking last night, of, stuffed jalapenos wrapped in bacon. But this morning I woke up and I just want to eat bacon, candied bacon. So that's what I was doing right before.
So how did you candy the bacon?
So it's very easy. You just have to watch it, because there's more, but obviously it burned in the oven. So it's the recipe that I found states that you have to heat your oven for 425 degrees. Mm-hmm. So you put an aluminum foil on a pan because it gets messy. Mm-hmm. It gets messy, and you use like a rack for the cookies. The drying rack. You set it on top of the aluminum pan, and then you lay the bacon, put maple syrup, put sugar, and then I wanted to have a little bit of bite to it, so I did put like pepper, like ground pepper instead of the very fine pepper. I put grounded pepper. and then you have to cook it for 18 minutes. But at about 15 minutes, you got to start watching them. And I did, but I ran back to the room, to finish whatever I'm doing. By the time I got back, some of it were already burned. But anyway, so
yeah. And I know bacon is definitely very picky. Like if you just like leave it in just like seconds longer, it's like
it
burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like when you're making breakfast, right?
Yeah.
You really have to pay attention to it because you have to keep flipping it. If not, before you know it, it's burned. Anyway, I want you to try that.
Okay.
And all right, just for a taste test, we're gonna do this. I don't know. You're supposed to let it sit too, so it will become hard.
Oh wow, it's really yummy.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to buy the thick cut bacon. It can't be the skin in the thin ones, or else it's gonna burn real quick. And this one, this is really a staple in our household. Like when we have parties, like it's just very simple. And shout out to my brother-in-law.
So what is that again?
This one is just jalapeno. What do you call that? Like jelly?
Like a jelly?
Yes, but it came from his backyard, so he made that himself.
Oh, wow.
And I tried it, and I kid you not, that is the best jelly that I've ever put in my mouth.
He made it himself?
Yes, it came from his backyard. So what he did was he planted a lot of fruit trees. So he made apricots,
Now
grapes.
he lives down the hill, right?
No, he lives in Palmdale. In fact, that's the house we're selling right now, that he's selling right now. But that's the best. I'm not saying it because it's my brother-in-law, but it's really good. So, when you tasted something and that's kind of like your standard, everything else doesn't taste the same. So this one is really just easy. You can use this as an appetizer when you have a party. So basically, it's just cream cheese, and you put the spread or the jelly, whatever you want to call it, and then you just mix it together. And oh my God, it's so good.
You gave me the one on our last episodes ago. It was a red pepper, and I ate them like that. Oh my gosh, it was delish.
Okay, well here, I'm gonna let you try that. I haven't tried this one. I opened another one, but this one is a new one that he just gave me. So I guess we'll find out right now.
Okay. Just by the way, the bacon was very, very delicious. It was, very thick. I like the thick bacon. It wasn't overpowering as far as the
Pepper?
Not the pepper or even the, I'm not much of a sweet tooth person, and it definitely was not overpowering. So that's always good because, you don't want it to be too like candied. I don't know. I'm more of a salty person, so it was perfect for me. So, delicious.
Yeah, I think the first time I've tried that, I was like, seriously? You put sugar in bacon?
Yeah.
But the first time I tried it, oh my God, it was so good.
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
It's got a heat to it.
Well, I only got a little bit, so.
Yeah, but it's good, right? I told my brother-in-law that's the best gem I've ever tasted.
You're gonna have to get me one. Okay, so I actually was at the store, and but before I get to that, really quick, I know that your husband was in the service. What service was he in?
He was in the Army.
The Army.
Yes.
Do you guys celebrate anything different because of that, or?
No, not really. I mean, like what I said, we go to my father-in-law's house, and that's where everybody goes every 4th of July.
Got it.
But then I think, being married to a military, he's just more sensitive to what's going on around the country. I mean, there's so many things happening around that's infringing our freedom, basically.
Yes.
And guys, full disclosure, I wasn't born here, okay? So to me, like, you know what they say about American dream, right? Like everybody thinks of, the American dream. And I gotta say, it's true. For any race, whether you're Asian, whether you're white, whether you're black, or whether you're Hispanic, the dream will always be there, but you have to put in the work, right?
That is true.
A lot of people think, like we have all these issues right now that it has to be about everybody has to be equal. And I don't really agree to that because if you want to achieve something in life, you have to work for it. And to me, it's, anywhere, even when I was in the Philippines or when I was overseas or when I was here, I know for a fact that if I don't put in the work, I'm not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think like if you're going to focus on all of the negative things that are happening out there in the world, I mean, I've never heard of a country that was perfect, ever. you know? And you just have to make your world that much better, because if we all were to focus on that, then, you know, we'd be focusing on more on the positive than the negative. But I do see a lot of negativity out there that is happening in the world. And unfortunately, I think we're so caught up in the drama of it that we actually put more fuel to the fire sometimes, you know, because that's how news people make their living. If you tune in, you know, they get more viewers. So obviously they're going to put all the bad things out there because it gets more attention than the good things out there, which kind of sucks, you know? But, you know, I do believe that we have a lot of freedom here. You know, it's unfortunate of those countries that don't have the freedom that we have, you know, and I think that if you were to live in those countries, you'd realize how good we have it, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, I will completely agree with you on that one. I've worked in Kuwait for a good, 6-7 years, and I know what it's like to be in a different country, how you're being treated because, the locals know that you're there because you needed the money. And me working here, I know I needed the money too, but you're not being treated any differently as if you were an American or Asian or, Mexican or whatever it may be, or black, everybody is like being treated equally. So I think, this country has given so many opportunities to so many people, and we just have to appreciate it and safeguard it to make sure that it stays that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if you can overcome any obstacle, I think we've come a long way. Obviously, there is still work to do in the whole equality in some aspects, but for the most part, we have way more than other countries do.
Oh, yeah. No,
way more. So, let's all celebrate during this 4th of July and have a good time with our friends and family and things like that, and just, appreciate the country we live in.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Okay. So, speaking of which, I went to the store and I was like, what should I bring? What should I bring? Well, these chips get really creative at the store. Okay? So, I figured I'd buy 2 mystery chips for Karen to try out.
I hope they're not too spicy.
I don't know because they're new. So, we'll see how it goes. I wanted you to try one because I want you to tell me what you taste and if you like it or not.
That is sour. I definitely taste lime in there. Lime.
You sure?
Yes, sour. It's sour.
It's sour?
Mm-hmm.
So, I got this at the store, and it is Doritos Hot Mustard.
Oh my God, I'm not even close.
So that's the new mystery chip there.
Oh
okay, so now let's try mystery chip number 2.
Okay, let's try that.
All right, drink some water real quick.
Okay.
Get that taste out of your mouth.
Yes.
So did you like it?
It's okay. It's not something that I would buy it again. I'd try it, but it's good. It's very tasty. To me, I thought it was vinegar, or lime or lemon because it was sour. This definitely has vinegar, maybe. It's very. This is actually tangy, but the other one is worse. I don't know. I can't guess.
So just think, what was the other one?
The other one, I thought it was lime.
But what was it?
Mustard.
What do you think the red one is?
Ketchup? Oh my God. Are you serious right now? Oh my God.
So this is Doritos Tangy Ketchup.
Oh my Lord. I'm not even close.
I was like, since we're doing hot dogs and hamburgers typically all the time,
yes,
you know what I mean? I'm like, what if we were to crunch them up and then put them on a hot dog? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, my mind went wild when I saw those. I was like, really? Ketchup? Mustard?
Yeah,
all right, let's bring it in. Let's see if Karen can guess them.
No,
but anyway.
Not even close.
But anyhow, those are some of the things that you can buy, for your barbecue and just surprise people with different flavors, I guess. I'm not too much into new flavors, but
Yeah.
I figured I'd give it a try.
I'm very old school, If I like something, I always stick to the same one. I'm not the kind of person who would try different things, which probably not is a good thing because, how are you going to know what's new, what's good or what's not if you keep using using the same stuff. But anyway, okay. So let's talk about real estate real quick. So what's your experience right now? I know, it again, not discounting or anything, but you are busy, with just a baby and trying to have like a work-life balance. So what's your experience like right now, especially now we're in the summer market?
Well, you know what? I've been experiencing a lot of land, like a land craze, I've been experiencing where a lot of people are wanting to purchase land to build because of the homes being so maybe out of people's price ranges, or maybe just people wanting to build their dream homes.
Yes.
There is a profit to that if you have the time.
Yes.
Because building takes time. But
it's expensive too.
Yeah, and it's expensive, depending on how expensive your taste is, right?
Yes.
Because if you're building your dream home, obviously you're going to want like all of the things that
Top
are
of the line.
Exactly. So, I am getting a lot of people who are buying land out there. So if you do have land that you're wanting to sell, now I believe is the time, because they are, depending on the location, there's a lot of new things happening in the high desert, right? And there's a lot of potential for growth. Wherever you do purchase land, the investment is there. So I do believe that if you have the right location, whether it's to build and then later to sell, it's a great investment, or to purchase land if you are wanting it as an investment to later sell for more, or to, again, flip a home eventually. Okay. So I think that I've been experiencing that in my end. How about you?
I noticed that the houses are selling a lot quicker right now. And although you can still ask for closing costs and stuff like that, sellers are not worried, because they know that if anything goes wrong with the current escrow they're in, there's already a buyer waiting in line.
Yeah.
What I noticed too is, there's obviously, we're in a market right now where it's a busy time for real estate. But yeah, I just noticed that, like, compared to like the third quarter, fourth quarter of last year, where buyers are just so flaky, at least right now buyers are doing their best to make sure that escrow actually closes.
Yes.
So that's the only thing that I've noticed. So technically what I'm saying is that the inventory is flying off the shelf.
Which is why we've canceled so many caravans.
Yes, exactly. So that's why we canceled caravan, because by the time we have that caravan, that property is already in escrow.
Yeah.
And then speaking of shelf, I just want to congratulate you, because you've opened a boutique, right? So tell us a little bit about your business.
It started off with my husband. My husband had this, idea that he turned into reality, where he created a brand, which was Dally Down brand. My husband is very creative, and he is a type of person that is very social. So he had previously started a different brand, and it's kind of something that he wanted to do. So moving forward, he created his brand, and he really dove deep, and was doing really, really well with it. And so me being here now in real estate and having a little bit extra time here and there, I told him, you know what, let's expand it, because it's going so well, why not, right?
Yes.
So we opened up, aside from Dally Down brand, we opened up Dally Dolls Boutique. So we opened it up more to just appeal to a lot more of a crowd, different crowds in the Western world. So it's definitely Western apparel. And you can find us on Wednesdays and Sundays at the Townsend Market in Apple Valley. And we're hoping to definitely eventually get a storefront. So right now we are basically just launching everything, and keeping our fingers crossed that it continues to be successful, and taking it from there. But kudos to my husband, who started it off. And, definitely, I know as a business, you have your ups and downs, and you always have to stick it out. If you're ever interested in doing that, it comes with highs and lows.
Yes.
And so you just have to put the work in and definitely just keep pushing to strive and, excel in your business. I'm really happy, right now that we're doing so well, and, that we've taken off in this market, and it's kind of nice, doing something on the side, and, even my kids are like excited about it. And so, yeah, but if you guys want to check us out, we have an Instagram, it's Dally Down Brand, and we also have a separate Instagram for Dally Dolls Boutique, but our website, it's all under one umbrella, dallydownbrand.com, and you can find all of our stuff there.
All right. Yeah. Well, congratulations again. I'm so excited for you. I feel like clothes, not being superficial or anything. I think if you put a good clothes, it I don't know. To me, it just boosts your self-confidence. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. People judge you by how you look. Like when you walk in a room, and if you look all dirty and all raggedy, nobody's gonna pay attention to you.
Right.
It's just like walking in a restaurant too, right? Like if you're very well dressed, people will notice you. But that's just me, So I always tell my kids, I always take my time to iron their clothes, and they don't care if it's all wrinkled, but I do.
Right.
So I think but that's just me again. But congratulations,
Thank you.
I hope your business will succeed, and probably you guys are gonna venture online too later on. I don't know where you're gonna find a time, but I'm praying that.
Well, we're already online.
Oh, that's right.
My husband started this off back in 2016.
Oh, okay. So it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We just added to it because he has been so successful with it. And our prices aren't ridiculously high.
Yes.
And I really want to make sure that the products we put out there are affordable and can fit to everyone. I do have plus sizes on there, and so I just want it to be to everyone. Like, I want everybody to feel comfortable, and even if it's just a one-time thing that you are going to this Western, thing, and you need to buy something, you can go there, and all of our stuff can be worn outside of a Western.
So who goes shopping? I'm curious. So who goes shopping for the products?
Me.
Oh man, you can't beat that. If you can go shopping and use it for business, that's like a win-win there.
I know. I kind of secretly think who would this person,
Yes.
I don't know. I put myself in different shoes, because obviously, I'm not going to lie, I have never been a Western apparel type person. But I love fashion. And so, I do have relatives that do, like to wear that type of outfits or, things like that. And, I admire the way that they wear it, and I kind of picture how they are going to wear it. And so, I like to be creative with it. And, every now and then I'll dress up like that, but I'm not, I love the style of it. I love all styles, but my husband is really deep into that. He is a team roper. He goes to all these events, and he really likes that lifestyle. So, I'm just here to support him and support our business. I've been managing for many, many years. Why not manage our business? You know?
Exactly.
So, so we're both doing that, and it's great.
All right.
It's great to do that.
Congratulations again. And then you guys, if you have any questions about real estate, feel free to reach out to me or to Diana. You can always send us a DM, any questions about real estate. You don't have to sell or buy, but if you think that you needed help with real estate, we can refer you to the right person, whether it's about refinancing or just questions about just about anything, And even if you don't know the answer right then and there, we'll find it out for you.
Yeah, definitely. Don't be shy. We're here to help.
Okay. All right. Well,
all right.
Well,
well
thank you for watching
Mother Freaking Realtors.